Hi there. Welcome back to our next session on Microsoft SQL Server. In this session we will learn about Transact SQL. Let's start it. T SQL stands for Transact Structure Query Language, which is a Microsoft product and is an extension of SQL language. Let's understand it with the points. T SQL is Microsoft's implementation of a SQL. T SQL is the language used to talk to SQL Server. SQL Server 2000 implements ANSI 92. SQL Server 2005 implements ANSI 99. And T SQL does not fully conform to any of the more recent ANSI versions, but it does implement many of the selected features. Now let's understand T SQL sets. The Transact SQL programming language provides several set statements that change the current session handling of specific information. The set statements are grouped into the categories shown in the following table. Considerations when you use the set statements. All set statements are implemented at execute or runtime, except for set fips_flagger, set offsets, set parse only, and set quoted identifier. These statements are implemented at parse time. If a set statement is run in a stored procedure or trigger, the value of the set option is restored after control is returned from the stored procedure or trigger. Also, if a set statement is specified in a dynamic SQL string that is run by using either sp_executesql or execute, the value of the set option is restored after control is returned from the batch specified in the dynamic SQL string. Stored procedures execute with the set settings specified at execute time except for set ANSI_nulls and set quoted identifier. Stored procedures specifying set ANSI_nulls or set quoted identifier use the settings specified at stored procedure creation time. If used inside a stored procedure, any set setting is ignored. The user options setting of sp_configure allows for server-wide settings and works across multiple databases. This setting also behaves like an explicit set statement, except that it occurs at login time. And database settings set by using alter database are valid only at the database level and take effect only if explicitly set. Database settings override instance option settings that are set by using sp_configure. Now let's see. Microsoft SQL Server, T SQL predicate logic. T SQL is based on standard SQL, both ISO and ANSI standards, which in turn is based on the relational model, which in turn is based on two mathematical branches, set theory and predicate logic. A predicate is a statement or an expression that either holds or doesn't hold. You can see a simple code snippet for predicate logic. We will see the practical in the last slide of the tutorial. Let's understand. Microsoft SQL Server, T SQL logical orders of operations in select statement. There are a number of ways in which the most basic elements of SQL code can be constructed to ensure good processing performance. The best way to tune performance is to try to write your queries in a number of different ways and compare their reads and execution plans. Following is the order in which SQL elements get executed, as this will change the way we can optimize select queries. In the select statement, the from clause is the first element that will execute. This is the place where we can narrow down possible record set sizes by implementing appropriate on conditions in joins. This way we have a smaller record set to handle for the where clause and can increase the query processing performance. The select command allows use of a where clause, reducing the amount of data read. Again, we can use this clause to filter down the record set and increase the performance of the query. There are different types of comparison conditions. The way records are filtered in a query can impact both the way a query executes and performance. Indexing has a significant effect on how well the where clause filtering performs. The group by clause is used to aggregate records into summarized groups of records retrieved from a database. Groupings are best achieved as a direct mapping onto one-to-many relationships between tables. The having clause was added to SQL because the where keyword could not be used with aggregate functions. Try to avoid the having clause. In select statements, having clause is used to filter the rows after all the rows are selected and is used like a filter. Use specific column names in the select clause instead of using asterisk. This will help with optimizing the performance of the query. The order by clause sorts the record set according to the provided columns. The top clause picks up the top n records. Top will execute after the order by clause and return top n sorted records. If the query includes an order by clause, the first expression rows, or expression % of rows ordered by the order by clause are returned. If the query has no order by clause, the order of the rows is arbitrary. Now let's see all the stated features with an example. Watch the example carefully. Hope you liked the video. We will get to know more topics in our upcoming sessions. Till then, thank you.